Hey everyone, Mike here. Today I want to show you a quick lesson of how to get your VCP without taking the required formal training that VMware requires you to do. Now I will say that it does technically involve going the NSX route. That's how you get into the VCP program. But that said, I'm going to show you in a second exactly how to do that and show you VMware's own documentation on how you can get through that requirement. Before we do that, I do want to share something with you that is very relevant to this topic. I found out today that my company had a test policy where I can get free certification exams towards VMware. I think I get 3 per calendar year. So I was sitting around and I realized, well, I haven't taken any and the calendar year is almost over, so why not give it a stab? So I decided I'm going to take the VCP NV or Network Virtualization. This would be the NSXT 3.0 exam tomorrow. I'm not going to study. I have no idea what is on the blueprint other than what I've looked at probably several months ago. So I'm completely taking a stab in the dark here. It should be interesting. Now that said, I have spent the better part of the last 18 months working with the NSX, but that doesn't mean anything because a lot of these tests are very, there's lots of gotchas and lots of things like requiring a very specific knowledge of a certain command and that sort of thing. So I may very well fail. If I pass, it'll be pretty epic. If I fail, then I'll be a dumb. So that said, I'll definitely tell you guys tomorrow how it goes, but for now, let's get to the VCP topic, specifically around the training. So if you go here to Google and we just search for VMware VCP, I'm just going to show you guys how to navigate specifically to the VCP information because it's kind of hard to find, to be honest. So once you're here at certification, you just scroll down. Now, what I'm going to show you is that VMware basically requires you to take the official or some kind of official VMware training class in order to get your VCP, and they require it for all of these different levels or different branches of VCP, with the exception of one, and that is the network virtualization. And technically they do require it, but there's sort of a loophole here. So if I go to network virtualization and we scroll down here and we look at the VCP, and I want to make sure I'm on 2020, which that looks good, so I'll click network virtualization. Now once we're here, if we scroll down, we see certification path if you hold no VCP certifications. So this is probably what most of you fall into. You're like, I don't have a VCP, I'm interested in getting certified. And it tells you here, gain experience with NSX, blah, 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 attend one of the required training courses. If you expand this, it basically shows all of these different NSX classes that you can take. And don't get me wrong, these are great classes taught by VMware or their partners, so I'm not knocking them even a little bit. I'm all about taking those classes. But I was once in a position where I didn't have access to those classes, so that's why I'm doing this video. So if you're one of those people, you want to get VMware certified, you want to invest in your career, but you also don't want to drop $3 or $4 grand out of pocket for a class, this is the video for you. So that said, here's the loophole. If I go here and click this drop down, it says, okay, if I have other VCPs, that's good, but look at this one. If I have a Cisco certification, there's a different track for me. So let me click that, and there we go. So gain experience, blah, blah, blah. Submit proof that you have an active or non-expired Ccna, Ccnp, or Ccie. This is the key, guys. If you have a Ccna, if you just have a Ccna, you can waive this requirement. This is a big deal because when I actually went through this process, I had to have my Ccie. They used to have it only Ccie, and apparently not long ago they opened it up to Ccna and Ccnp, which I think is brilliant on VMware's part, to be honest with you. So here's the thing. Once you go through this process, you expand this, you hit submit proof, you prove that you have a Ccna through Ccie, you just have to do one of those. Now you're able to take the VCP NV exam, which is what I'm taking tomorrow, and I'm screwed big time. Now once you take and hopefully pass that exam, then you have a VCP, right? So you have a VCP NV. So let's go back to the certifications now. Now at that point, if we say, okay, I want to do kind of the more traditional data center virtualization track, we go into there, we go down to the VCP for that track, data center virtualization. Now if we see here, we don't fall into this category of no VCP, right? Because we just got our VCP NV. If we click the drop down and we say, okay, I have a VCP NV, which would be this right here. We select that. We can see here that now attending those training courses are recommended but not required. And the reason is because now we have a VCP. So we've satisfied that prereq without ever taking an actual class. And again, I'm not knocking taking the class. If you want to take the class, you should. And to be honest, it's a good experience anyway. But not everybody can. So that said, that's all I have for you in this video. I will definitely update you guys tomorrow and let you know how the exam goes. I'll be bringing you along with me up until the testing center doors at least. So that said, am I going to go study? Am I going to read some documentation? Maybe I'll do some labbing? Nope, nope, and nope. I'm going to go to bed later than I should and probably wake up later than I should, and I will somehow expect to pass tomorrow. Probably, I'm so screwed. So that said, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Fingers crossed for me. I can use all the support I can get. Until tomorrow, take care.